get my time. Is there someone else? You did do me corny, oh. Every day new story, oh. I'll be better on my own. I'll be better on my own. Nah, nah. Nobody should call my phone. Nobody should call my phone. Nah, nah. This is my last heartbreak song. This is my last heartbreak song. Nah, nah. I'll be good on my own. I'll be good on my own. Nah, nah. Hi, and welcome to Bigsize Piano. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Last Heartbreak Song by Aura Starr featuring Giveon. As you've already heard in the song is an heartbreak song, so the chords are really flowing into one another, and the chord progression that we're going to be using in this song is just basically 2 5 1 4 chord progression. So it goes back and forth, and it's really going to be easy, and I hope you'll be able to get one or two things from this video. So let's get right into the tutorial. The song is on the key of C major, and here is the scale for the key of C major. That is the scale for the key of C. Now, as I said earlier in the song, we're going to be using 4 simple chords. And the very first chord that we're going to be using in this song is a D minor chord. And if you check above the screen, you're going to see that there's a follow-up above the screen. My right hand is going to be in blue, while my left hand is going to be in purple. So the very first chord we're using is a D minor chord in root position. And how do you play the D minor chord? My right hand is going to be holding the D, F, and A. If you're not new to my channel, you would know that I'm sure you'd have already known all the identification of all the keys on the keyboard. So the very first note we're going to be using is a D, F, and A. This makes it your D minor chord, and the left hand is just going to be holding the power chords, which is the D and A. So this first chord is our first chord that we're going to be using, the D minor chord. And the second chord that we're going to be using is a G major chord in second inversion. Beginners, if you do not know what inversions is, it's the same chord as playing the G major chord in root position, but this time it's not in root position, it's in second inversion. For example, when you have your G, B, and D here, instead of playing this G, B, and D, you're going to invert it. We have 2 inversions, the first inversions and the second inversions. So if you have G, B, and D, just take this root note and then play it on the top. So it becomes B, D, and G. This is our first inversion. If you invert it again and then you take this B to the top, you have D, G, and B. This makes it our second inversion. So we have root position, first inversion, and second inversion. That's basically how inversions work. Inversions is mostly used whenever you want to change up the voice, and I'm sure intermediate players and advanced players would understand what I am saying. But if beginners do not understand, or it seems like it's too big, don't worry about it. Just follow the notes and the chords that I'm giving you in this song to be able to play the song. So the second chord we're going to be using is a G major second inversion. And how do you play the second inversion? You have D, G, and B. This is a G major chord in second inversion, D, G, and B. And again, my left hand is just going to be holding the power chord, which is G. You can either hold the one note, or if you want to hold the power chords, you can hold them G and D like this. Any one of your choice is totally fine. So D, G, and B. Now, the third chord that we're going to be using in this song is a C major chord in root position. And how do you play the C major chord? The C major chord is played C, E, and G. And then your left hand is just going to be holding the C and the G. If you want, you can also make it an add 9 chord by adding the D. You can hear that. It's giving it a more soothing kind of sound. When you just have the C major chord, it's there. But when you add the add 9, it makes it more smooth. So you can add that into the song once in a while. So let's just call this a C major chord, or we can call it an add 9 when we add the D in there. I'm sure advanced players will also say you can also add it on top like this. But if you check, it's strenuous holding the chords like this. So it's just preferable to just hold this here and just call this an add 9 chord. That is the chord we're going to be using for the next one, C major chord. And then the last and final chord that we're going to be using is a F major chord, however, in second inversion. And how do you play that? You have C, F, and A. I'll repeat that, C, F, and A. And then your left hand is just going to be holding the power chords, which is F. Or you can hold C and F. Any one of your choices, totally fine. Or you can hold F and C. Any one. So those are the 4 chords we're going to be using. So I'm going to recap all of the chords again. I'm going to say all the chords again and show you how the song is being played. The very first chord is a D minor chord. D, F, and A. The second one, G major second inversion. D, G, and B. The next chord is a C major chord root position. C, E, G. And then the last and final chord, F major second inversion, C, F, and A. Now, for this F major chord, you can make it an F major 7 by adding this E. So if you add this, it gives it an F major 7 chord. You know, you can always add it once in a while into the song. It spices up the song. So, now let's get right into playing the song. As I've said earlier, the song is a chord progression, so it follows a particular chord progression and it repeats all through the song. And for those of you who are familiar with number system, you would know that the number system here is already a 2, 5, 1, 4 chord progression. For those of you who do not know what number system is, I'm going to leave a link underneath this video so that you would be able to watch where I explained how number system is being used and how it makes it more easier to follow with chords. So I hope you'll be able to watch that. So when you watch that, you'll be able to understand what number system is and how it is being used. So the number system for this is a 2, 5, 1, 4 chord progression. So how do you now play the song? Now you're going to be holding each chord for 4 measures. So we have our D minor chord. You hold this for 4 measures. That's 4 counts. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you move to the next chord, which is the G major chord, also 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you move to the C major chord, 4 counts too. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you move to the F major, 4 counts also. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the chords repeat again. Basically, that's how to play the song. So I'm going to play them now and then hum to it so you get a feel of how the song goes. I'll be better on my own. I'll be better on my own. Nah, nah. Nobody should call my phone. Nobody should call my phone. Nah, nah. This is my last heartbreak song. This is my last heartbreak song. Nah, nah. I'll be good all on my own. I'll be good all on my own. Nah, nah. And then the chorus just basically repeats. So that's basically how you play it. I'm sorry if my voice was a little bit scratchy. The key is kind of too high for me to sing, so I just had to try my best though. And basically, that's how you play the song. It's Very, very simple, just a basic chord progression, and then you follow all through the song. Now, when you're playing through all about the song, it might feel boring, so you can decide to change up the rhythms. Instead of you just holding it for 4 counts, you can change up the rhythm by doing something like this. Basically, anything you want to do, you can do this. I'll be good on my own. I'll be good on my own. Na 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 na. So anything you want to do, as long as you make it interesting, you can change up the rhythms. You can add more passing chords into the song, intermediate players and advanced players. You can anything you want to do as long as you're following those chord progressions. Beginners, if you do not understand what I'm saying, just play the chord progression 2, 5, 1, 4, and you would get the song. The song is on its original key, which is on the key of C. Basically, that's how you play the song Last Heartbreak Song by Aura Starr and Giveon. If you found this video really helpful, kindly give the videos a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I post a new content. And also, it gives me an encouragement that you're watching my videos and you're interacting with my channel. So when you give the videos a thumbs up and when you click that subscribe button, it makes me happy. So please give the videos a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.